Hey, it's Bart with the Scotch Test Dummies. We're at day 8 of the whiskey, the Scotch Whiskey Advent Calendar. Hello, hello, hello. And what do we have here? So, of course, Secret Spirits here. Ben, and I'm probably going to say these wrong. I don't care. Ben Rennis, 10-year-old. Single malt Scotch whiskey, distilled in 2008, cast type as a first fill Oloroso. Hello, Sherry. And this one's got a nice proof on it, 56.1. The writing's real small on here. It's hard for me to see. I'm getting old. Let's see. It's got a cast number and region of Speyside and the topic. I've been adding in topics for those that don't know because I'll get contemplative when I drink whiskey, especially late at night. And I thought Advent calendars when I was youthful were all about counting to the day when you got all the presents. And now I spend Advent calendar type events, which this is great for, actually in reflection of the year. And I want to reflect, first of all, El Barto. I think Scott got me this shirt. I was in high school when Bart Simpson came out, and I thought, oh my God, some little yellow thing has my name, and people were giving me a hard time, and I was like, I got to check this out. And then he was awesome. And I was like, yeah, and all the name stuff, like, hey, you got a little cartoon? I'm like, awesome cartoon. And I want to talk about my son, Bo. He's 12, almost 13. He's leaving boyhood. And although I was a little older when The Simpsons came out, it's had me reflective. Let me dump some of that water as I cleanse. That's just going on to my pant leg, not the floor, just in case the wife's watching. So again, Ben Rennis, 10-year-old, Oloroso. I'll save some extra of this for Scott as well. So first we're going to go in and taste. Sometimes I'll add a little water, sometimes I won't. We'll give nose and taste, and then I'll talk some more about kind of the son leaving boyhood. Huh, okay. Darker, richer. I didn't get, I was kind of thinking raisin plum as I went in, and no, but there's dark fruits there, but maybe it's more of a blackberry. Cherry, black cherry. Yeah, it's more of that darker fruit nose. Touch of sweetness. Someone's ringing the bell. Let me go check. Ooh, all right, I had to get that. There's a new laptop showing up. That was it. Apparently, I am getting old because running up and down the stairs is difficult. And nothing like getting a double take from the FedEx guy. Like, what is this? What's this pink Bart Simpson shirt going on? Woo! Oh. Holy moly. Burst of flavor. Getting old. Still catch my breath. What is that? Juice explosion right on the forefront. Fruit flavors lingering. I get again like a cherry rind. Like I've just eaten some cherries and I'm getting that aftertaste. What was mid-palate? A little bit of nuttiness in the mid. Yeah, and the wood lingers in the finish as well. Very nice. Let me add a touch of water. And so it's been interesting. First of all, having children is just an experience in and of itself. Trying and testing of oneself and not even quite sure what you're doing, how you're doing it, or are you doing it right? You're just doing it your way. Great. But it's also very interesting to see your children reflected back in you. I've apologized to my mom many times since having my son Bo because he's stubborn and always thinks he's right. Scott will be the first to tell you, little mini me going on. Oh my God. And hard to teach. Gosh, hopefully I'm not that hard to teach, but if you ask Liz, my wife, So it's a fun experience, and as many of you know that have children even older than 12, almost 13, it's that weird bittersweetness where, he's not that little boy anymore. He's growing into the man, and if you're going to do your job right, you're going to prep him or her to be able to go out there and hang on their own. They got to be able to stand on their own 2 feet and make their way in the world. And I'm a firm believer in that. Whew. I remember my mom telling me, get a job or I'm kicking you out of the house. I just come back from working on a cruise ship on the East Coast instead of going to college. Came back, thought I was rich because I had about $3,500 in the bank account. And I thought I would just sit and hang on that for a while. She said, get a job or get out of the house. I got a job. And then I got out of the house about 6 months later. Never went back. So that's it. I've spent some time, both kids, but Seth, who has Down syndrome, is just turning 11. That youthful spirit's still there with him and is learning and exploring, but Bo is moving into that young man. He's growing, and it's just like, wow. And then I also think, God, time's going to be going here, and he's going to be gone. So I'll sit there and think about that. Let's see what the water did to this. Boy, it may have made it more sweet. I get a lot more sweetness on the forefront, but that was a little sweet before too. The nuttiness lingers. The oak in the finish. The rind, the cherry rind also on the finish. Very nice. So again, Ben Rennis, 10-year-old. My apologies if I'm saying it wrong. Distilled in '08. The proof of 56.1 hides itself. This does not feel... I could have done this without a drop of water, no problem. It's extremely smooth. It's a Speyside. And this is what I'm talking about. This is why we really enjoy this Advent calendar. These drams, most of which I'll never be able to experience again. Now, I know you can go to Secret Spirits, and sometimes you can get full bottles and things, but it's just such a exploration. Hence, I'm going to mispronounce things. And we save some for our cohort, Scott in my case, so he can try this as well. I think he's going to love this. This is going to be one of his favorites. One more sip and then I'll sign out. Delicious, says Alberto. Thank goodness this worked out. Still working out. My goodness. Heck of a show. Scotch It. You Scotch gods. Slaunch it, dummies.